At the beginning of the movie, we can see our main protagonist named Cole, who is a very popular social media star. And Cole, along with his friends Dash, Thomas, Samantha, and girlfriend Erin, are on a flight to Moscow to participate in an escape room. After that, Dash introduces Cole and the others to a wealthy Russian named Alexei, who invited them to participate in the escape room. In the next scene, Alexei and his girlfriend Victoria arrive at a fancy hotel with Cole and his friends. Moreover, Victoria brings out several shots of liquor, and they all toast their glasses and throw back their shots as a wild time in Russia begins. Later that night, Alexei takes Cole and his friends to a popular Russian nightclub. And while Alexei records Cole partying with his fans for his live stream, Thomas suddenly notices two men aggressively harassing Samantha and Erin by the bar. Furthermore, a fight ensues as Cole and Alexei try to protect the girls, which leads to one of the men drawing a gun. However, Alexei's security swiftly arrives and disarms the man. Later that night, Cole and Erin meet up with Alexei back at the hotel, and Alexei tells Cole they are getting ready to go to the escape room. And upon their arrival to the escape room, Cole, along with the rest of the group, stands before Alexei as he gives them a small speech before the game begins. And Alexei tells them, as real as everything might seem, they're safe. And the group enters the warehouse. Inside, Cole goes live telling his viewers how he's taking them to the most intense and the most hyper-exclusive escape room in Moscow. Cole also states that just for the viewers the company has tied his live stream with their cameras, so they can all experience what's happening live. After this, Alexei returns with several men wearing uniforms and gas masks, as they will be the ones taking them into the escape room. And Alexei states that they're being held captive at a prison, where enemies of the state are tortured, questioned and killed. And they must rescue their companion, who's being held captive and tortured before the time runs out, or they will all be executed. Suddenly, the soldiers place bags over Cole and Erin's head, and they lead them down a narrow dark pathway into the first escape room. In the next scene, Cole takes his blindfold off and is startled when he sees the body of a Russian soldier lying on a table in front of an incinerator. Suddenly a loud alarm sounds off that startles Cole, and a timer begins to count down. Next, Cole grabs a sharp scalpel. Cole proceeds to cut the man's stomach open until he finds a key, and Cole unlocks the cell door. Cole comes across another cell, where he finds Thomas strapped into a device that if activated would tear off his limbs, and Dash is restrained in a spiked tomb trap, and the traps are activated as metal gears in separate rooms begin to spin. And as Cole places the metal gears into place one by one, the traps intensify, coming closer every second to killing Thomas and Dash. And with the spiked tomb seconds away from killing Dash, Cole grabs the last metal gear, and he jams it into the slot, and suddenly both of the traps stop. And they quickly open up, and release Dash and Thomas. Moreover, the three arrive at Samantha's cell where she's strapped into an electric chair, and Thomas notices directly across from her cell is the puzzle to free her. Dash places the metal piece against the wall of the puzzle, and this causes Samantha to get electrocuted. He asks Samantha if it's actually hurting her, and she replies yes. And Dash rushes to solve the maze, as Samantha gets electrocuted, and he drops the metal piece in the middle of the board. And the electrocution stops, and the cell door swings open. In the next scene, the group is horrified as the tank that Erin's trapped in is rapidly filling with water. Suddenly, Thomas tells them that he sees a hatch on top of the box. And Cole reaches the top of the box by climbing on a ladder, but he is unable to open the hatch. And Thomas helplessly watches as Erin begins to drown. Suddenly Cole gets an idea, and he quickly runs to grab a gear from the other cell. And Cole breaks the lock on top of the hatch, and he pulls Erin's lifeless body from out of the water. After this, they lay Erin down. And while they panic, as Cole tries to resuscitate her, suddenly Erin spits up water, and she regains consciousness. A few paces ahead, Cole and his friends are frightened as they break out of the warehouse, and they find two dead bodyguards outside. And they watch in utter disbelief, as the Russian gangster from the nightclub shoots Victoria in the head. Immediately after the dreadful killing, the masked soldiers place bags on their heads, and throw them into the van, and the scene goes black. In the following scene, Cole awakens with his hands restrained in a small room. A small TV on the wall abruptly turns on, and a man named Andrei appears, with Samantha in the background tied to a chair, begging for her life. Then Andrei grabs a saw blade, and he kills Samantha. Frightened, Cole repeatedly bangs his handcuffs on the bed frame, and he manages to break them. Suddenly, an eerie figure appears looming behind the door, as Cole braces himself to fight for his life. However, the person behind the door soon goes away. Then Cole grabs the bed frame, and he places it against the wall, and he escapes through an air duct. After that, Cole looks through the air vent, and watches as Andrei prepares to torture Dash, in front of a live stream for a Russian audience. Andrei grabs a small circular saw, as he raises it high in the air, and he begins to saw Dash's arm off, as a masked man holds him down. Suddenly Andre looks up, and he startles Cole as he notices him in the air duct. And he signals the guards to catch him, as Cole immediately flees. Furthermore, Cole escapes through a door by using numbers he has on a paper, to unlock a keypad. And Cole is immediately angered when he sees Alexei's driver Igor. Igor states that he's been trying to help Cole, and he gives Cole his car keys, and tells him he has a chance to escape, because they are coming. Igor quickly pushes Cole, and tells him to run, and Cole quickly hides behind a car. Next, the two masked men arrive questioning Igor, and one of them punches Igor in the stomach, and they take him away. However, adamant about saving his friends, Cole disregards Igor's warning, and he goes back into the warehouse. Back inside, Cole immediately finds Thomas when he slides open the viewing part on a metal door. And Thomas appears to be very badly bruised and beaten. And Cole helps Thomas up and the two escape. In the next scene, Thomas and Cole hide, as one of the large masked men searches for them. But after he leaves when he is unable to find them, Thomas and Cole immediately flees. Then, Cole tries to break Thomas's zip ties around his wrist, but he can't. So he tells Thomas to wait quietly, while he finds something to cut them. And while Cole searches for something to use, Thomas tries to bite the zip ties loose, but he accidentally stumbles while doing so, and he falls against a metal box making a loud noise. The two then try to stay quiet, but after a few minutes, the door unexpectedly shakes, as the masked man tries to break into the room. But the two quickly escape into an under passageway. And the two henchmen enter the room, but they don't notice Thomas and Cole beneath them. Furthermore, Cole and Thomas emerge from the passageway. But as Thomas tries to find a safe way to progress, he suddenly hears someone coming. And they both flee. But as they reach the end of the hall, they both are extremely frightened, as they've both come to a deadly dead end. As Thomas looks down a dark, empty, elevator shaft. And while Cole and Thomas search for a button to access the elevator, the masked man appears. As he watches them from a distance, Cole suddenly turns around, and the masked henchman begins to charge at them at full speed, while shooting at them. And with a split-second decision, Thomas pushes Cole out of the way, and the henchman tackles into Thomas with extreme force, and they both fall down the dark elevator shaft. Next, Cole picks up the henchman's gun, and he progresses forward. A few paces ahead, Cole is flabbergasted, as he sees Alexei, standing amongst Andre, the henchman, and Igor. Alexei and Andre are questioning a frightened Igor about helping Cole, as Igor tries to explain to them that he played no part in helping Cole escape. However, Andre hands Alexei a paper with numbers on it that Cole used to unlock the keypad to escape the warehouse. Consequently, Andre gives Alexei a gun as Igor pleads for his life. Nevertheless, Alexei raises the gun and shoots Igor. A few paces ahead, Cole watches as the masked henchmen carry Aaron into a different room. And once Cole sees the men leave the room, he breaks the glass and unlocks the door, and he quickly runs to save Aaron. Upon entering the room, Aaron screams in terror as Andre cuts her face with a circular saw. After seeing Cole enter the room, Andre quickly puts the gun to Aaron's head. Cole raises his gun, and he begs Andre to let Aaron go. Cole also tries to bribe Andre by offering to pay him a large sum of money in order to spare Aaron's life. However, Andre looks back to the camera that's broadcasting live to the Russian viewers, and he states that the Russian viewers will pay him more to watch him kill Aaron. Moreover, Aaron begins to brace herself, and she unexpectedly headbutts Andre, sending him flying into the wall. And Cole immediately rushes to put a bullet in the gun, while Andre is hurt. Cole loads the barrel, and he fires at Andre, but the shot isn't fatal. After that, Andre walks up to Aaron and he shoots her in the head, while Cole stands there in utter disbelief. The masked henchmen enter the room, and they grab Cole and throw him into another room. And they immediately charge at Cole, but he kicks the door shut. In the final sequences of the movie, Cole breaks a vent cage and he escapes through the hole in the wall. And when Cole looks up, he sees Alexei standing in front of him recording him. And Alexei tells Cole, "How does it feel to lose everything?" Extremely angry, Cole grabs the gun and charges at Alexei, knocking him to the ground. And with extreme force, Cole repeatedly beats Alexei's face in with his fist and the gun until he kills Alexei, leaving Alexei's face bloody and disfigured. Suddenly the lights turn on, and Aaron, Dash, Thomas and Samantha, along with a large group of people emerge from backstage, are utterly dumbfounded that Cole has killed Alexei. Then, Cole picks up his phone, and Cole finally realizes the whole escape room was fake, but his 12 million fans have witnessed him commit a real murder, and the movie ends here. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.